going on, guys? It's a beautiful night. I know you're wondering, like, what are you doing? It's nighttime and you got a cooler there. We got some deer. I went hunting. In a week period I got 2 deer. So it's time for me to process that meat and also have some pretty cool, exciting news that I'm going to share with y'all. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to be making, just going to grind some up. I'll do some sausage. I do use beef fat to add to the meat so that it gets a little bit more fat to it, and it's not so lean. So I mentioned that I have some pretty cool, exciting news, an announcement to make, and what I'm going to do is I have got in touch with a couple homesteads here in South Carolina, and I'm going to visit them. So during this time of, it's like the rebuild time where it's fall going into winter, this is when things you start working on more projects. It's less about what you're growing, just more about how things are set up. We don't have a water heater in the shed, which it busted, so I warm up water outside and put in a pan. Keep my little mittens warm. Okay, and so like I was saying, this time of year is really, it's like rebuild time. People are working on projects that they weren't able to get to during the actual grow months for the garden, or be able to do some stuff with like their livestock, whatever. But why do I want to travel to these other homesteads? And the reasoning is I'm new, and I've talked about that before. Of course, that's what the whole purpose of this channel is document our journey into like real homesteading. So I put it out there, put my feelers out there, and got some responses back from people who are willing to let me and my family come out to their homestead and talk to them. And like I said, why? Why do I want to do that? Well, I like to learn. I want to see how other people do it in the state of South Carolina. I can watch videos all day long, but there's nothing like seeing it firsthand. And of course, like being able to grow a community. I'm in a group on Facebook, this homesteading group for South Carolina, and recently a lot of people have been asking about meetups. Like, when South Carolina homesteaders when are they going to do a meetup? My thought was, well, why not share with y'all the people who do live in South Carolina that might not have known that somebody was so close to them, or didn't know there were so many other homesteaders out here, or maybe you didn't even know about the homestead group, or maybe you're thinking about moving to South Carolina and you wanted to know kind of like what about the area. So that's another reason, but the main reason is I want to learn from people doing the same thing that I'm doing. I might be able to help them do some things too, or like have a different viewpoint on how something's set up, how I would like to do it. But that's it. I want to learn. I want to gain ideas so I can bring it back here and execute those ideas, because like I don't think about everything, but I also want to know like their why. Like that's, I did the video on know your why. So I'd like to know other people's why. Why did you start doing it? How long have you been doing it? Is there anything that you would change? So that's the purpose, is to share the community and help spread the community of homesteading in South Carolina and surrounding areas, because honestly I've already talked to a couple other homesteads that aren't in South Carolina and set up the possibility to come to their homestead and butcher a pig, because they have a specific type of pig that we have been looking into, and they're going to be actually butchering one in January. So the plan is to visit honestly, I'd like to visit as many as I can, of course, but because of how work is, and I don't want to take away from my channel. So every video is not going to be me on someone else's homestead. I'm still going to be doing my videos because I still have things here that I'm doing. So I'm looking to do at least 1 to 2 videos a month of me and my family at other people's homesteads, talking to them, so that one, y'all can get to know them, y'all can gain the same information and experience that I'm going to be gaining when it comes to infrastructure and how they do certain things and stuff like that. So it's a sharing and learning experience. For y'all that don't know, this is a back strap. This is the right there. I'm trimming it up right now. I'm just going to cut this in and bag it. I don't know if you've heard of beef Wellington, but I use backstrap and do a backstrap Wellington. But if you don't know, ask a hunter. So tell me about the backstrap, and they'll tell you all about that backstrap. So what I do, because it's so long, I cut it in half, and then boom, it's about 2 pounds right there that I'll be able to just freezer bag. That's my announcement. That's what I wanted to share with y'all, is the fact that I'm going to be traveling to different homesteads in the South Carolina area and learning different things, interviewing them, talking to them, and just getting to know them. You know, because let's be real, community is important. Like, the homesteading community itself is very important, and if you're homesteading, you understand, because the reason why it's so important is because you can't do everything yourself. Say I go to a homestead that's literally just somebody in their backyard in a neighborhood, and all they have is a garden. We have a friend, and they want to do chickens. Well, in their area, if you keep seeing me bend over, that's because I'm taking the stuff I'm cutting off and put it in a container. But they don't have the ability to do meat chickens on their area. They don't have the lawn or area to do it in a chicken tractor. So they asked us, hey, well, actually I suggested it. She brought it up to me, and then I was like, hey, why don't we go in it together, because we want to do meat birds too. I said, why don't we go in it together, and we can use our property, and we'll team up, split everything, and do all that. So that's the purpose of community. I might have the ability to do something that someone else can't, and they might have the ability to do something that I can't. I hope it makes sense to y'all, what I'm going to do, what I'm doing. And I know it's going to help me, because already, from the people that I've met so far from Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, just in the homesteading community, not just in South Carolina, but in multiple places, it's a beautiful thing, and I want to share it because I'm excited. I'm excited to start. I'm excited to meet new people and be a part of this, be really a part of this community. So I created a form, so when I asked if anybody was interested, I had them fill it out, in homestead name, their name, how long they've been homesteading, do they sell any products, things like that. And so I'll link the form in the description. If you're close to this area, even if you're in Georgia, obviously I don't want to travel too far, but I don't really want to have to stay in a hotel or anything like that. So if you're in South Carolina or right around the edge of the border in Georgia, North Carolina, you know, hit the link. I mean, I'm planning on doing one a month until about May, and then probably be stopping, because that's when a lot of stuff will be starting back up. But I mean, hey, if I get this overwhelming response of people wanting me to come out, and I'm able to, then I'll keep it going. If y'all seem to like it, I'll keep it going, and we'll build community all over the place. So I hope you enjoy it. Like I keep saying that, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. It's gonna be a great thing. I already know it's gonna be a great thing. This meat's gonna be great when I'm done with it too. Appreciate you hanging out with me today. Watch out for the videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.